This video is sponsored by Deving. Deving is a cheap, fast, and safe boosting company. Deving is a boosting company that will help you with grinding raids, summit, strongholds, exotic farms, countdown. That is some of the services that they do. They offer more, but that's just some of the most popular ones that people like to do. As you can see, if you click on the division, they have different options for everybody and everything that you would possibly need. Exotics, weapons, watch levels, it does not matter. They have everything that you would possibly need. And luckily for you guys, you get a discount if you use my code. So go ahead and click whatever you want. Let's say you want the Eagle Bearer. If you don't want to share your account information with people with Deving, don't worry. They have self-play. Self-play is an option. Self-play means you don't have to share your account information. You don't have to give them your password, email, things like that. That is something that you don't want to do. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. Click on that. Click on Quick Purchase. You want to go ahead and use my discount code, which is ClutchGoneShoot. So you want to go ahead and use that, apply it, and then boom. Now you get a 15% discount on all purchases. This is not just a one-time purchase. You can use it throughout the entire time. So if you go back and use their service even more, you can continuously use my discount and it will help you guys. Make sure you put your email down so they can contact you and get all the information for you. Make sure they can connect with you, set up times, so they can have everything that they need to help you guys. Make sure you have the correct payment. Make sure you have everything that you need so you can buy it and get it done. Click both check marks, proceed to checkout. And now if you have any questions about Deving whatsoever, about anything that they have a contact right here. You can go ahead, text, and they will get back to you immediately. What's up, everybody? It's the one and only ClutchGoneShoot, and we are back with another Division 2 video. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you guys what I believe is still the meta SMG bleed build. In my opinion, obviously, this is the build that I believe that it dominates every other build in this game. Some other builds are a little bit better, but this does not disappoint when I'm playing PvP. Now let's get into it. First things first, we're running Firewall Specialization, and that's just for the med kit. I want to get that 200% med kit plus the armor. It helps out so much. Now we are running the MP7. MP7 is my go-to right now. I've been using the Vector, but I believe the MP7 is a little bit better. Obviously, in my opinion, everybody has different opinions. I'm just showing you guys what I believe is the best and what I use in the game. Now we have targets out of cover because it just stacks. It does a lot of damage. Now we're running Sadist. Sadist gives you 20% weapon damage to bleeding enemies. We are running Ridgeways, so it help you out so much. We are running 5% critical hit damage on the scope and on the muzzle, and then accuracy on the grip. Now you can run accuracy or stability. This is just up to you guys. You don't need another critical hit chance. That's why I don't have it, because I'm already capped at 60. Now for our secondary, we are running the Nemesis. Nemesis is just one of my favorite guns. That's why I like to use it as a secondary in case someone's running away and I can't catch them, or I want to play back a little bit and help my team out if they're pushing too far. I like to use that. Now for our mask, we are running a Sokolov mask with critical hit chance, critical hit damage mod, and an armor rolled on a core attribute. Now we're only running 2-piece Sokolov just because we want to get that 10% SMG damage and then that 15% critical hit damage. It helps. Now for our chest piece, we are running Ridge Raise chest piece with critical hit chance, critical hit damage mod, and weapon damage rolled on the core attribute. This is the basic stats that it roll. You can get this chest piece through exotic caches, the summit, etc. If somebody already has it, you can get this from them. Just have them open up weekly caches every week. Now Ridgeways is definitely OP because if you shoot enemies within 15 meters, it applies bleed to them. Now if you're fighting a server solo and you bleed, let's say you bleed 3 people and you read at the bottom, you get a 12% armor regen. It regens your armor over time. It helps so much in PvP. You won't notice it, obviously, because you'll just be shooting everybody, but it helps, I promise you. Now for our holster, we are running a Sokolov holster as well, that second piece with critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and armor rolled on the core attribute. I'm mainly stacking armor. I'm trying my best to get this build to 1.5 because right now in the state of PvP, having armor is better. It's always been like that. A lot of people still run 6.0, but mainly armor wins in this game if you're fighting a bunch of people. Now for our knee pads, we're running Fox Prayers. Fox Prayers has 8% targets out of cover and critical hit damage, and I have armor rolled on the core attribute. This is another good piece. We're stacking targets out of cover. Right now we have 18% targets out of cover, which is definitely better than damage to armor, in my opinion. I like to run targets out of cover. I don't like to run damage to armor. You can run whatever you feel like you want to run. If you want to run damage to armor, run that, obviously. Now for our gloves, we are running improvised gloves with critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and a critical hit damage mod, and then armor rolled on. You can change these to contractors. I just like improvise a little bit better. To me, it does a little bit more damage. That's why I like to run it. Now for my backpack, I am running a Grupo Sombra backpack, which gives you 15% critical hit damage. We are on attributes. We have critical hit chance, critical hit damage mod, and weapon damage on the core attribute. Wicked. Applying a status effect increases total weapon damage by 18% for 20 seconds. So if you stack Wicked plus Sadist, that's already, you get 38% total weapon damage just off 2 pieces, the gun and the backpack. Plus Ridgeways bleeds people, so bleed in this game is super OP. That's why I like to run it, especially if people are strafing. People strafe too much in this game just to try to fight people. So bleeding them stops them from strafing. They don't like that. That's why I get a lot of messages. Now, for our skills, we're running Decoy. Just because everybody in the game runs Decoy, you got to run it. It just confuses people, a lot of people, even me. I get hit with decoys a lot, and I shoot people with decoys just to get rid of them. Now, we are running an EMP. EMP is super reliable. This mainly isn't to stagger people. This is to stagger skills. Shrapnel in this game. Hives. If you shoot it at the ground, it will completely disrupt it. Shrapnel, it will completely destroy it. Now, this is super useful because a lot of people in this game run tier 6 hives. This will stop the hive from stinging you. Shoot it at the hive. Then completely shoot the hive with your gun to destroy it, and you will kill the skill bot every time. I've done it a lot. It helps, I promise you. Now let's look at my stats. We are running 60 crit chance, 204.9 critical hit damage. That's a lot of crit damage with a bleed build. Insanely amount of damage. If you hit somebody, if you get into a 1v1 situation, I promise you, you will melt them, unless they just strafe a lot and they have better controls than you. But in a 1v1 situation, you will demolish any and everybody. Now, that's just a critical hit damage and critical hit chance. If you look at my weapon damage, it's only 86,000. But you got to look at my all weapon damage, which is 41, and then my SMG damage, which is 40. But you also have to add into account that we have Wicked and Sadist. So if you add that all together with all 4 of these that you add, you get 119% total weapon damage. That is an insane amount of weapon damage for a bleed build. That you just do a lot of damage, man. If, like I said, so you're running Wicked, Sadist, and then if you go to your stats, which is 41% all weapon damage, and then 40% SMG damage. That's 119% total weapon damage. That is an insane amount of damage to run with a bleed build. You will completely destroy everybody in the game. When you're fighting against servers, it helps if you're running bleed, because when you're fighting against servers, everybody runs cheesy builds, which is skills. So if you're running with a healer, you do even more damage. You'll do 25% more damage. So when you're fighting against skill bots, server pushers, people that are just rogue policing, put on a bleed build, force them to change builds, because when you're fighting against server pushing, rogue police servers, all people run is 6-0 tier 6s. So running a bleed build will make them super mad. Basically, it helps out a lot. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and it is your boy ClutchGoneShoot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.